I've scaled 3 different SaaS companies to a combined 35 million ARR, and along the way, I've tried every marketing strategy you can imagine. Cold email, paid ads, SEO, content marketing, influencer marketing, partnerships, affiliate programs, you name it. What I learned is that 95% of what everyone tells you to do is either outdated, inefficient, or just flat out doesn't work anymore. So in this video, I'll go over the 8 best marketing strategies of software companies that actually work right now, breaking down exactly how I use them in my own companies so that you can implement them as well. Let's get into it. Strategy number 1 is founder brand content. If you're a founder and you're not building your personal brand today, you are leaving millions on the table. My LinkedIn audience allowed me to scale our B2B from 0 to 1 million ARR in just 6 weeks. That is the power of founder brand. Here's what most founders get wrong about content. They try to sound like big professional companies. They only share their wins and their success stories. They avoid being vulnerable because they're afraid of what competitors will think. If you want to build a founder brand today, you need to do things completely differently. Be incredibly clear about who you are. For me, it's a bootstrapped SaaS founder who builds in public. Be consistent about that identity across every piece of content you make, and be vulnerable and authentic in ways that big companies can't, because that is your competitive advantage. My breakthrough came from a moment of massive public failure. In 2023, I called my shot on LinkedIn and predicted we'd triple our revenue at retention.com from 15 to 45 million ARR. But what actually happened is we barely grew 40%, and I had to fire my entire BDR team because our outbound operation crashed. Most founders would hide this failure and never talk about it, but I did the opposite, and I shared everything. Other founders were going through the same struggle, but nobody was actually talking about it. This created the most engaged audience I'd ever built and set up everything that came after. As a founder, you need to realize that content is the ultimate leverage. Every post I write reaches at least 50,000 people, sometimes 100,000 or more. Every video I create gets thousands of views. This drives thousands of inbound leads every single month to our B2B, and it costs me nothing except my time. Strategy number 2 is inbound led outbound. This is the secret that took us from 0 to 1 million ARR in 6 weeks. Traditional cold outreach is less and less effective every day, but I discovered something way better. It's a hybrid approach that combines the best of inbound and outbound. Here's how it works. Drive traffic to your website through content, podcasts, and partnerships. Identify which visitors are actually in your ideal customer profile using our B2B. Follow up with these warm leads the same way you'd follow up with cold prospects. And the magic is they aren't cold prospects anymore. They've already shown intent by visiting your website. Our conversion rates are 10 times higher than traditional cold outreach, and we can focus our limited time on high intent prospects instead of creating and casting a wide net. For example, you can simply set up a system to cold email all of these leads using these steps. Number 1, install our B2B on your website to identify your anonymous visitors. Number 2, connect our B2B to Clay to enrich and process the data. Number 3, use Clay's AI to generate personalized emails for each visitor. And number 4, push everything to Instantly or Smart Lead and send them using domain rotation. We've seen campaigns like this convert at over 10%, but cold email is just one way to use this strategy. You can also send them a connection request on LinkedIn and reach out to them any other way. The key is that you're reaching out to people who just visited your site. They're thinking about you right now, which means that acceptance and response rate on LinkedIn are through the roof. And if you want to give this a try, you can start using our B2B for free forever by clicking the first link in the description. Strategy number 3 is outbound, and part 1 is list building. Outbound can still work, but you need to have the right list. Here are the data providers I use to build massive lists. For B2B leads, I use Apollo, Instantly, Lucia, ZoomInfo, ListKit, Seamless AI, LinkedIn Sales Navigator, UpLead, Wizza, and Lead411. For vertical specific B2B leads, I use Ocean.io and Adapt. For venture leads, it's all about Crunchbase and PitchBook. And for e-commerce leads, it's all about Store Leads and Wavo. For local business leads, it's all about D7, Lead Finder, lead scrape. The key is to pull from multiple sources because different providers have different coverage, and you want to maximize the coverage of your total addressable market. Don't just use one tool, use 5 or 6, and always validate your emails before sending. Use Never Bounce or Lead Magic to clean your lists. Invalid emails will absolutely destroy your email deliverability. This step is a non-negotiable if you want your emails to land in inboxes. Part 2 of the outbound strategy is actually cold emailing people. We send over 200,000 cold emails per month at our B2B, and for this, we use Instantly and Smart Lead to manage our sending. And we have inbox rotation set up with hundreds of domains where these emails get sent out over. The domain strategy is very important. Instead of sending from rb2b.com, we use domains like tryrb2b.com, therealrb2b.com, getrb2b.com, and you can buy these domains through Instantly or Smart Lead and create 2 inboxes per domain, which you send 2 to 10 emails per day from each inbox. And this sneaks past spam filters like Gmail and Outlook and delivers your emails to the desired recipients. If you're trying to decide between Smart Lead and Instantly, both platforms work. We go back and forth depending on what's happening at the time. The key is having huge volume while maintaining list quality. Every email passes through multiple verification steps. And when it comes to messaging, keep it short and punchy and avoid the corporate speak. Lead with the direct benefit in the first line. Have a clear, simple call to action. One of our best performing emails just says, we launched a tool that lets you know when individuals, not companies, visit your site. We send you their LinkedIn profile in Slack, and we don't charge you a dime. Respond back with yes if you'd like me to send you a link to sign up. Strategy number 4 is outbound using LinkedIn direct messages. Outbound on LinkedIn is one of the most underutilized strategies. We see high acceptance rates on connection requests with no message at all. Once someone accepts, they start seeing your content in their feed, and I would use HeyReach or Log Growth Machine to automate all of this. With these, you can send 10 to 20 connection requests per day to people within your ICP. Don't send more than that because LinkedIn might ban you if you're not careful with automation. Send the sequence that works best, which is connect, then value, then follow up. Step 1 is a connection request with 1 sentence about something relevant. No pitch, no links, just something that shows that you're paying attention. An example is, I saw you're hiring 2 SDRs. I work on making new reps first 30 days easier. I'm happy to share what's working. The goal here is just to get the connection, not to book a meeting. Step 2, the value message after the contact accept. Send something simple and useful they can actually act on today. For example, thanks for connecting. If you want to close the loop on ABM, try identifying site visitors at the person level rather than the company level. I can show you how to set up if it's helpful. Step 3 is a follow-up drip using the rule of 3. I send 3 messages, then I stop. Each one has a specific job. Message number 1 is a quick reminder. This is a quick follow-up on closing the loop on ABM. I can send more details if necessary. Message 2 is a concrete offer. If you want detail, I'll send a template and the copy I use to engage and a sign-up link now. Let me know. Message number 3 is the final ask or close. This is the last note from me. Do you want person level ID or should I close this thread? Here's why this works. There's no attachment, no walls of text, no fake urgency. It works whether you're doing this manually or at scale. But if you're doing it at scale, I recommend using HeyReach or Log Growth Machine to automate all this. Strategy 6 is paid ads. Paid ads still work, but they're not a growth machine anymore. They're an accelerator. They're not the foundation. You need other things working for you first before ads will be effective at all. I mainly use paid ads to retarget people on LinkedIn, Meta, Google, and Twitter. This requires setting up ad accounts and installing the retargeting pixels from each platform. And the goal is to stay in front of people who've already engaged with you. I also see good results from running matched audience ads to your ABM lists. Upload the list you built from Apollo or ZoomInfo, etc. Run ads directly to decision makers at targeted accounts. This works on LinkedIn, Meta, Google, and Twitter. And if you have paying customers, do lookalike audiences. Upload your customer list to Meta and Google, and they'll find people who look just like your best customers. For producing ad creatives that convert, I love using Russell Brunson's Who, What, Why, How script. Let me give you an example of how this looks. Who are you? Hi, I'm Adam Robinson, the founder of RB2B. What do you have? We identify your anonymous website visitors at the person level, free forever. Why do they need it? You're spending money on ads, content, and outbound to drive traffic to your site, but 97% of visitors leave without taking action. You have no way to follow up with them. How can they get it? Click the link below and start identifying your website visitors for free today. The content that works best is authentic. I literally just take selfie videos with my phone. No fancy production, no actors, no expensive agencies. Just me talking directly into the camera about a real problem and how we solve it. Strategy number 7 is UGC content. User-generated content is the current superpower in marketing. It's the fastest way to create wildly efficient go-to-market engines, and it scales in ways that paid marketing never could. What makes UGC so powerful is that it's authentic content from real users. It's free or very low cost to produce. It generates trust in ways that branded content just can't, and you can turn the best pieces of content into ads. There's 2 different approaches depending on your business. For B2C, focus on volume. Get thousands of pieces created. And for B2B, focus on community. Build deep relationships with fewer creators. Here's how we built our B2B's UGC program. We worked closely with Clay agencies who use our product. We incentivize them through recognition, networking, and revenue opportunities. We track mentions and stay in touch with these creators, and it's run by just one person on our team. Here are the best types of incentives I've found for rewarding creators. Recognize them as leaders in the market. These people are usually agencies who are trying to grow their business, or they have some other business, which is why they're making content. Give them visibility and they will love it. Give them access to other business owners in our internal team. These people want to network. The strength of their network equals the strength of their business. Give them revenue opportunities through our partner program. Our B2B pays a 20% commission for life for anybody that anybody sends to us, and creators benefit a ton from that. And give them physical perks like custom figurines that have their face on them. This is an added benefit, and I think Clay is the best in the world at this. They constantly send people gifts that make them feel special. One big lesson I learned from building this program is that people aren't creating content because they care about your company. They're doing it because they want to grow their business. You need to align your incentives with theirs. Help them make more money, and they'll create content for you forever. Here's how content from our community creates a growth loop. Users create content about our B2B on LinkedIn, and then that content generates awareness and drives traffic to our site. We identify those visitors and turn them into customers, and those new customers create even more content, and that loop runs again and again. If you don't have a product that naturally creates content, you might need to build content creation into the product itself, or offer something for free that people will want to share on social media. The key is making it stupid simple for users to create and share. Strategy 8 is word of mouth. This is the hardest to get, but in many ways, it's the only thing that actually matters. If you have strong word of mouth, everything else you do will work. If you don't have strong word of mouth, nothing you do will work. Here's the truth about word of mouth. You can't buy it, you can't fake it, and you can't force it. Word of mouth comes from one thing and one thing only: product market fit. Product market fit is when you provide the perfect product to the perfect group of buyers at the perfect time. It's very difficult to achieve, but when it clicks, it's magical. If you have killer product market fit, you'll have a massive company, but if you have weak product market fit, you'll have a decades-long grind where you will barely squeak by. Here's the mistake most founders make. They bring on more paying customers and think it's time to start growth hacking. They launch paid ads, start doing SEO, work with influencers, and sponsor newsletters, but none of it works anyway until you have strong word of mouth. And you just don't have that yet without product market fit. I have a rule for this that changed everything for me. Do things that don't scale. Until you have verifiable product market fit, forget about all of the marketing tactics. Don't run ads, don't do SEO, don't work with influencers, don't build partnership programs. Instead, talk to users one-on-one yourself. Create feedback loops that iterate on the product quickly. This is the only way to achieve product market fit. How do you know when you have product market fit? You have very strong word of mouth and high customer retention. If you did nothing, you would see exponential organic growth in your business. People are willing to prepay for your product even though you don't have it yet, and it feels like the market is pulling product out of you instead of you pushing it into the market. Your customers would be livid if you took the product away and cash is piling up in your bank account. Product market fit takes longer than you think, but it's up to you. You can find it if you're patient and disciplined. If you get impatient and start growth hacking too early, you'll doom yourself to a mediocre business. But once you have it, all 7 strategies I walk through will work exponentially better, and that is the real secret. Now, if you want to leverage inbound led outbound and start identifying your website visitors so you can turn them into buyers at scale, then click the first link in the description and start using our B2B for free. We identify your anonymous website visitors at the person level, not just the company, with their full name, job title, LinkedIn profile, and business email. So click the first link below to start using our B2B for free today. And if you want to watch my full course on how to scale a SaaS from 0 to 10 million ARR, then you can do that for free by clicking here. Enjoy.